Healthcare reform is a longtime progressive party goal. It has little or nothing to do with improving your health. It's all about controlling you. Here to explain is Matthew Spalding from the Heritage Foundation. He's the author of the new book, We Still Hold These Truths, Rediscovering Our Principles, Reclaiming Our Future. Well, let me get this straight, Matthew. I thought we had a Republican Party and a Democratic Party in this country. What's the Progressive Party? Or is it parts of both of them?
That's a very good point, Judge. We got to have the right framing to understand the current debate we're in, which is a massive debate, societal debate between the principles of our founding, found in the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, and the objectives of progressive liberalism. It goes back about 100 years to the early Progressive Party. Progressivism has always had in its crosshairs healthcare reform. It was first proposed in the 1912 Progressive Party agenda, Teddy Roosevelt. It then comes up to FDR, Harry Truman, LBJ, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama. This is part of their long-term agenda of getting a lever to reshape society.
Now, I would argue
and the bill will help them do that.
I would argue that this lever is not only un-American, it's anti-American. It is directly opposite to the American values of individual freedom, private enterprise, free market, guaranteed rights, limited government, because these progressives, correct me if I'm wrong, recognize no limitation on what the government can do.
Again, you're absolutely right, and that laying out of that juxtaposition between those core principles and the progressives is what my book does. And we got to understand that debate. Progressivism, which is the root of modern liberalism, which is precisely what President Obama presents himself as, fundamentally rejects the idea of core principles, everything is relative, and the idea of limited government. What they want is unlimited government, which is why healthcare is so attractive to them. Why do they keep coming back to the public option? Because it's not about healthcare. It's not about your health. It's about government having control over core aspects of our lives. This
is so nonsensical and so ignorant of history. Just a couple of examples of things the government tries to run. Social Security broke. Medicare broke. Medicaid broke. Amtrak broke. The post office is broke. Even the Defense Department is broke. How could the people who have the mindset that runs these federal agencies, none of which produces, all of which just consumes wealth, possibly think that they can manage health care?
That seems to be a very practical question, doesn't it? The problem is that they believe only in progress, change. Everything has to be renewed. What is past is merely the past. We're always looking for hope in the future. That's what their agenda is all about, which means everything in the past has to be set aside. They don't care about the experiences of history. They don't care about things like the Constitution. Are you serious, Speaker Pelosi says when they asked her about health care's constitutional status? Are you serious? It's not a serious question to them. Those are merely barriers on the road to progress.
You are a historian and a philosopher. What do we do about a government that recognizes no limitation on its power, that thinks it can regulate any behavior, tax any event, and control any private activity, no matter what the Constitution says?
Well, what we need is a new American revolution. And I think we're beginning to see it in these elections. More and more people are realizing it's not the technical spots, it's not the details, it's the overarching, unlimited nature of this government. We've got to reestablish those limits. We've got to rediscover those principles, and we've got to make sure they are now, once again, an expression of the American mind, which is what Thomas Jefferson once said.
Matt Spalding, thanks very much.